best place to buy Magic cards? Choose TCG Player through my affiliate link. Hello guys, I hope you're right. My name is Vevru. If this is your first time here, please enjoy the content. I'm a black Magic player. I mostly play decks that have black sources. Today we are going to play for the very first time submitted decks. The first one is from Broad Air. Thank you very much sharing this deck with me on Discord. So, what's the deal here? A lot of win cons. I can say that for sure at the very beginning, because we got the Vessel as a 5/5 flyer. We know this card already. It's a M21 lifelink card at the beginning, a 1/1 for 1 mana, and when it enters the battlefield from your graveyard or you cast it from your graveyard, exile it. If you do, create a 5/5 black demon creature token with flying. We have a couple turns to do that. We got Sorin. The -X is actually return target creature card with converted mana cost X from your graveyard. And the other one is the Call of the Dead Doer. I really like this card. I play a lot in my regular sacrifice deck. And a 5/5 flying demon creature is a big deal. Otherwise, we are running the Bloodthirsty Aerialist. It's a flying 3 manas, basically a Pridemate. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Bloodthirsty Aerialist. And how we gain life in this deck? Vampire of the Dire Moon, 1 mana, 1/1 Death Touch lifelink, Child of Night, 2 manas, lifelink, 2/1 card. Not the best, but the lifelink is good, and we have a spot for 2 mana creatures here. 3 manas, well, we got a lot of cards here, but we have some interaction as well. Light of Promise. Whenever you gain life, put that many +1/+1 counters on this creature. Sorin, the other Sorin, I would say, the black Sorin. +1, target creature you control gains Death Touch and lifelink until end of turn, so another synergy with lifelinkers. If it's a vampire plus a +1/+1 counter on it, we got vampires here, so this is good. The other +1, you may sacrifice a vampire. When you do, Sorin Imperious Bloodlord deals 3 damage to any target and you gain 3 life. In this deck, it's not the best +1 ability. I usually use it when I have Widow as well, but it's a nice kind of removal. We can sacrifice a Vampire of Dire Moon to kill a creature or a planeswalker or just hit them in the face. I've already talked about the Bloodthirsty Aerialist here, but we got the Demonic Embrace as well. I love this card, big fan of it. Creatures gets +3/+1, has flying and demon in addition to its other types. Also, you can cast the Demonic Embrace from your graveyard by discarding a card and paying 3 life, so it's good. I want to put the Aura card, basically the 2 Aura cards, onto the Patrician. It's not a great card, but if I enchant them, it can be alright. It can be alright. I love the art. I kinda like the card as well, and it says good things like at the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, each opponent loses 3 life. This is sound great, but the card itself, it's not. It's really easy to remove. We got the Mortify as well in this deck to destroy target creature or enhancement. Spot removal, we need it. We really need spot removal, so this is a great choice, Broad Air. We got Sorin, the +2 ability is basically to deal 1 damage to target player or planeswalker, and it's like the passive ability of the Vengeful Bloodlord. As long as it's your turn, creatures and planeswalkers you control have lifelinks. So if we use the +2 ability, we actually gain life as well. And yeah, this is my... I don't know, I really dig for this card, the Haunt of the Hightower. I know it's hard to cast, I know it's a little bit of meh card for you guys, but for me, it's like the best I've ever had. I remember, I think this one was the first mythic rare card I've actually crafted, because it's a vampire, it's a flyer. Whenever a card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, put a +1/+1 counter on the Haunt of the Hightower, and whenever the Hightower attacks defending player, discards a card, so it always gets a +1/+1 counter. So it's good and has lifelink as well. The big things why we don't really run this card, because it's 6 manas, but we can cheat it out with Sorin, because the -3 ability of Sorin is to put a vampire creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. So ideally, in our opening hand, we will have Sorin and the Haunt of the Hightower, or at least we will have 3 turns to get one of those in our hand. And a turn 3, the Haunt of the Hightower is a big deal. It's a real big deal. I've got here 23 lands. I hope this is enough and we won't get mana screwed at all. I really hope that. Let's just find out, alright? Find out. First game, we go first and look at this hand. Sorin and the Hightower. I mean, this is great, and we actually got the 3 manas as well. I keep this. Turn 1, Vampire of the Dire Moon. Turn 2, I have no idea. Just attack. Turn 3, Sorin and the Haunt of the Hightower. This is great. Alrighty, so Sorin. -3. And the Haunt. Good. And I don't attack because not just now. Next turn, Bloodthirsty Aerialist, and we can go in. Thank you. +1, as you can see. So another land. Play the Aerialist. Play the Vampire of the Dire Moon. +1 on the Dire Moon just now, and let's go in and say thanks. I couldn't say thanks anymore, but he said thanks. I mean, yeah, this is nice. So down to 16, the Bloodthirsty Aerialist gets a +1/+1 counter, and we are in good spot here. We were in good spot. Alrighty. Gain a life with the Baron. Play the other Vampire of the Dire Moon. Give a 1 there, and he said ops, so I guess he has Shatter the Sky. Not now. That's fine. We can draw a card here. This is great. +1 there. Let's go in. Down to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next turn we can play another Haunt of the Hightower. And a Light of Promise. Alright. I actually going to use Sorin again, -3. And put a enhancement aura on the Haunt. Yeah, on the Haunt. And just go in. Oops, alright. So another removal. That's fine. So, you may sacrifice a vampire. When you do, Sorin deals 3 damage to any target. So, let's go in. Sack the Vampire of the Dire Moon and deals 3 damage to the face. Good game. Nice. This is nice. Alright, we are on the draw. This hand is not the best hand I've ever seen, but I can keep it. Against blue. I'm missing white, but that's fine. Let's go with the vessel first. Opt, scribe on, draw a card. Blue, red. Alrighty. We got the Bloodthirsty Aerialist as well. Nice. Let's go in first. Play the Child of the Night and end of my turn. Light up the stage. Shock. Alright, flyers. And prowess flyers. Okay. So we need... Well... Sorin going to die if I play. Though I can do the Bloodthirsty Aerialist just now and attack with both. That's fine. He has a shock, so I can't really block here unless if I do smart. Shock to the face. Light up the stage. Opt. And that's wow. All right. No blocks. Thank you. Well, down to 7. If I want to survive here, I have to play Sorin. And the vessel as well, why not? And I use the first +1 there. And attack, gain 6 life. Let's see if I'm dead on board. Another hasty flyer. Shock on my face. That's 9. Yep, good game. That was a nice deck. Alright, move on. We go first with a good hand. I would say I'm missing a Sorin, I'm missing a Haunt of Hightower as well. But the Demonic Embrace and the Vampire of the Dire Moon, yeah, sure. So, Vampire of the Dire Moon, Child of the Night, Demonic Embrace. Attack first. Child of the Night. End of my turn. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comment section so far. Alright, I really need the white source. So, this one goes there. And do you want to trade? Do I want to trade? I don't. Down to 15, pass the turn. Three manas. Nothing. Alright. I put the Light of Promise on my Vampire of the Dire Moon. Or I can play the Patrician. This is better, I think. Attack with the Vampire of the Dire Moon. That's 4 damage and another 3 damage with the Patrician. Yep. Happens. Murderous Rider. And Barrier of Bones. Surveil 1. Okay. First, put the Light of Promise on the Patrician and go in. Put the Demonic Embrace next turn on the Child of the Night. Alright, that presence. I have to kill the Death Presence. Sorin. Yeah, the Death Presence is a problem, so let's kill the Death Presence first. And go in. Next turn, Sorin. Child of Night back. Alright. There goes my play. Exile. Let's play Sorin here. -2. 1, -1. And the Vampire of the Dire Moon. Go in. I don't mind losing the Sorin there. It's like a bait. Because I only need 1 more mana. Alright. Alright. Yep. That's fine. Good. Haunt of the Hightower. No attacks. Grey Merchant. This is an interesting game. Light of Promise. Or the Demonic Embrace. Light of Promise is better here. Do I care about again here? I don't think so. Let's go face. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. I can take this. Alright, the board is big. Another Vampire of the Dire Moon, not bad. Let's go for the Demonic Embrace on the Vampire of the Dire Moon. I play 3 life, I discard my Vampire of the Dire Moon there. With the Vampire of the Dire Moon, I can attack a Yugen and go face as well. Back to 21. Let's hope he can't find any spot removal. He's digging. Look at this. Look at this here. What you got? Back to 10. Game. Nice. I love this deck. We are on the draw, and this hand is... it's great because of Sorin and the Haunt of Hightower, but I don't have any 1-drops. I have lands as well to cast them. Can I survive 3 turns? We are on the draw, so let's try this one. goose. Hello. Hey there. Yep. Sorin, Haunt of Hightower, then Light of Promise. Another Mortify. Next turn, Sorin, the Haunt of Hightower, and let's see what we can do. Questing Beast. Well. So, let's play the Hunt. Let's hope he can't remove it. If he can, that's game. Corn. Alright, interesting. Alright. I think next turn I will kill the Questing Beast. That's fine. Okay, kill the Questing Beast. Attack Corn. Discard a card. Gain some life. Alright. So far so good.
I will not stop.
Activated abilities. I don't have any activated abilities. Wait. So, activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they are mana. Alright. No problem. Down to 10. Gem Razor. There goes my nothing, but has reach. So, an attack. No blocks, thank you.
Some solutions must be built.
Okay. So, play the Light of Promise here. I go aggro. The land, but tapped. Attack. Do I care about Corn there? No. No, let's go face. Because that's lethal. Here we are. This is sweet. We go first with a Vampire of the Dire Moon and 2 Bloodthirsty Aerialist and manas for the Mortify as well. I'm not sure about this hand. I should mulligan this, but I won't. Let's see how this deck does when we have like this kind of opening hand. Alright, so Vampire of the Dire Moon first. Great. Child of Night. Vampire of the Dire Moon. Paradise Druid. That's fine. And a Sorin as well. Wow, this is looking great. Go in. Grow. 4/5 already. Spiky G. What do you have? Ramping. Alright. That's an easy target for the Mortify. Yep, that's all. Alright, I think we've seen enough of this deck. This is sweet, brother. I love this deck, honestly. The Light of Promise and the Demonic Embrace, those are so good on the Bloodthirsty Aerialist and on the Haunt of Hightower as well. The Demonic Embrace, it's much better on Vampire of the Dire Moon and Child of Night, so I can be wider. And the Light of Hope on the Indulging Patrician or on the Haunt of the Hightower is just like, love it. Sorin is really good to cheat out the Haunt of the Hightower. Sorin, Vengeful Bloodlord, I mean, the white one, is good to grow the Aerialist. The 1 and the 2 drops there, really helping out. We haven't really got the 5/5 demon, but that's another scenario, you know, when you are in trouble. I think this deck could be good in the ladder too, but I would put more spot removal in that case. I would cut the Patrician and run more Demonic Embrace, Mortify, and Murderous Rider as well. Or just cut the Archfiend Vessel and the Call of the Death Doer, so we could go even more aggressive in those matches as well. I love it. I love it. Thank you very much sharing this deck with me. If you got one, well, just join my Discord channel on this link, go to submitted decks and send it to me. Let's talk about it, and if I'm able to craft it, I will play it on my channel. And that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching me. If you like my content, please hit those buttons down there below, leave a comment as well, because, you know, YouTube algorithm, and see you next time, guys.